So many Americans are leaving the United States. Now, this isn't like a new phenomenon. This has actually been going on for years and years. But what is going on is it's something that people are now taking notice to. So I got a couple of clips I want to show you guys so you can see that you're not alone. You know, when I first started this journey, I felt like I was the only person that was on this journey of finding, a better place to live and a better quality of life somewhere else in the world outside of the United States. But there's so many people, millions of Americans have actually left the country and looked for a better quality of life abroad. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that so you can see it for yourself and you can hear it from them.
Look at this. Assalamu alaikum. Why would I choose this piece? Go back to America where everybody's sitting up, gang banging, running around in 90-degree weathers with ski masks on. Why would I leave this? Why? For what? What? Like, let me know. Somebody, let me know. Why would I choose to go back into a toxic situation like this and I'm here? Nobody got guns. You don't hear no gunshots. You don't hear no crazy music. Why would I go back? Are y'all crazy? You get these messages, when you going back? Never. What, are you crazy? Y'all stuck on stupid, man. All in my DM talking about when you going back. Ain't you ready to go back? For what? I mean, y'all crazy. That's the problem. Y'all nuts, man. Stuck on stupid. Y'all the problem. You know, yeah.
As Americans, we work way too hard. I've been traveling and been here in Belize for the last couple days. And here's what I realized from and learned from people in other countries, that they work smarter and not harder. If you own a little shack on the side of the road selling oxtails and jerk chicken, guess what? You're not bringing all of this meat because you know it might spoil. You bring in just enough so that you can get through the day. And once you sell out, you sell out. You going and you relaxing by the beach for the rest of the day. Americans, we want to work.
So in America, lots of us work multiple jobs, and you have to because the cost of living is so high. So we're constantly trying to climb the corporate ladder, constantly trying to get higher paying jobs. And I'm speaking for that myself. I tried to climb the corporate ladder for the last 10 and 12 years, and you're always grinding and pushing. But I noticed here in Belize, it's not that way. People make just what they need, and that's all they need to live, and no one's overstressed, working multiple jobs. They're enjoying their life.
And I really think that we need to ask ourselves, like, why as a culture do we think having more is actually better? I'm guilty of this too, right? I'm so guilty. My family is guilty of it. My husband is guilty of it. But one of the things that I have learned by traveling so much is that people actually live below their means. Oftentimes in America, we live higher than our means, right? We got all this debt, we got a car payment, we got this big fancy house, and nothing is wrong with that. But what I'm saying is traveling so much has really opened my eyes to, I've been doing it all wrong since I've been alive. Like we just been working, struggling. And for what? To pay into the Social Security system that might not be even available when I get to be the age of 65? That's a whole nother subject. Listen, y'all, however you can obtain living your best life, I encourage you to go after it. Go after that happiness. And if you can travel the world so that you can start to see how other people live in the world. I'm not saying that you have to move out of the country, right? But if you choose to, know that you're ultimately going to live a better life outside of the United States because it's a different type of culture. People want to relax. People don't look at their job as actually a job. People look at their job. I spoke to someone yesterday. He said it's just them being on vacation. They're making money, taking advantage of the tourists, right? Because they're getting the tourist money. So if they feel like they want to open up their shops at 3 p.m. and close down their shops at 7 p.m. because they already made their money and now they have the rest of the night to socialize and dance and have a great time. That's what they're doing in other countries. Something to think about. They're not working until they die and then don't have anything to show for it. But 50 and 60 years of working, you can't travel because you live in paycheck to paycheck. You can't see the world because you can't get the time off and you're afraid of what your boss gonna do. It's just all toxic. Something to think about.
Americans are leaving the USA because they can't afford America anymore, making $100,000 a year, yet they feel suffocated financially because the price of things keep going up. They keep printing money and the wages ain't going up, all right? Matter of fact, there's job loss and there's cuts and all kinds of stuff going on. So once people leave that kind of environment and they go somewhere else and they realize life is supposed to be lived, it's supposed to be simple, it's supposed to be much more about enjoying your health and your family and your loved ones and your purpose and all of these things, rather than spending most of your life at work. What kind of a freaking life is it if you don't do what you love? If you do what you love, cool, man, knock yourself out. I do what I love. Most people, 80-something%, don't do what they love. They don't like their job, and if they didn't have to work their job, they wouldn't work their job. So I know if you watch this far, it's speaking to you. Maybe this is the sign you need to start doing some research to learn how to begin to devise your escape plan and live a better life. Because you know what? If what you're doing is not working, continuing to do the same thing, they call that insanity. You might want to book that flight. See?
I wanted to have a Euro summer, but I haven't left. I've traveled to 6 different countries in the past 3 months. Did I mention I quit my job? Right now I'm in Amsterdam. I just did my visa for here, so that is a whole other story because I am not going back to the States. And I'm not about to get on here and say this is something that everyone should do. You definitely have to have the mindset for it. You definitely have to have the savings for it. And you definitely got to be comfortable being alone sometimes. But I will say I have been loving this journey. I've learned so much, good, bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all the things. But yeah, do y'all think I'm crazy? I bought that ticket last winter and then got rid of every freaking thing and left. I didn't even tell my family when I was doing it. I just said I was going on vacation and I came back.
I left America 6 months ago and my life is infinitely better. Let's talk about it. First things first, I've talked about this in other videos, but it cost me around $1,000 to leave the States, which is significantly less money than I ever anticipated. And I think it's a really important thing for everyone to be talking about, that it actually costs a lot less than you might think to leave the US. Since moving abroad, these are the things that have improved in my life. First and foremost, my physical health is infinitely better. Why? The food is better. The air quality is better. I'm happier. I'm less stressed out. Medicine and healthcare is way more affordable. Like, we're talking apples and oranges. People are nicer here because they are happier here. It is significantly easier to cultivate community in a place where people are trusting and loving and empathetic and kind. And I cannot stress this enough. My central nervous system is relaxed and calm for the first time.
So many Americans are finding out that outside of the United States, outside of that bubble, people live so much better. I mean, the cost of living is the major reason why people leave the United States in the first place. So when they find out that they can live the same quality of life or better for a quarter of the price, then they're out of there. They're moving and they're finding other places to go. People are going to Thailand, people are going to Malaysia, Indonesia, to Japan, to China, to Dominican Republic, to Brazil, to Colombia. There's so many options out there in the world, and it's just get your passport. If you feel like it's not for you, then you need to go see the rest of the world and see what actually is out there for you, because there's so many options, there's so many opportunities.
I'm telling y'all, the American dream is to leave America. And you don't need a whole lot of money to do it. In fact, if you leave America, you're probably going to be saving money. No cap. Especially for people who are retired, they have pension income, Social Security. You guys can live so much better in another country. Thailand, China. I'm in the Dominican Republic, but even Asian countries are a lot cheaper. Y'all can make that money last, make it stretch. Especially if that's the only income you have. You only have Social Security. You only have a small pension. Y'all better go to another country and live y'all best life. Why y'all in America? And it's not that scary. It's amazing. Since I moved to DR, I am so happy. I am so stress-free. I feel less like a slave like I did in the States. Y'all need to go on and live your best life. And for people who don't have like passive income coming in, y'all better look up some remote jobs, digital nomad, get your passport and go. Get out. I feel like America's like that movie. Y'all remember that movie, Get Out? That's how I feel about the United States right now.
If you don't like the US, if you don't like the direction that it's headed in, pack your bag and leave. It's the morning after the US election. I'm in the airport, as you can see, and this is your sign. You can just leave. I did it 2 years ago. I live in the UK now, and there's so many options. I hear a lot of people saying like, oh, I can't leave the US. I'm a broke college student. First of all, it's so easy to get a student visa in other countries, and you'll probably pay the same, if not less, to get a higher education. If you want to get a job abroad, I would ask ChatGPT to help you find something that aligns with what you're looking for, because there are so many great countries out there. I do highly recommend an English-speaking country. I think part of the reason moving to the UK has been so easy for me is because they obviously speak English. Just something to consider. But anyway, if I can do it, you can do it. Like literally, get on a plane. You'll never look back. And if you're worried about your friends and family, it's so easy to go see them. The world is actually really small. You don't realize that in America. It is. So just leave. Like literally, your life is not over.
7 days left until I leave the United States. It's pretty much what I have left. I sold my bed today, sold my desk, my hanger rack. Like I have nothing left. Like when you think about it, my whole life, or like some important things in my life, will pretty much be in 3-4 suitcases, if that. This is a few things I have left to sell, just like little stuff. Tomorrow somebody's picking up the couch. This will be gone as well. Like bro, I don't even have a table to eat on no more. It's crazy, man. First stop, Dominican Republic, and then if you've been following me, you know Germany's right afterwards. En sí, estaba aprendiendo español por este momento. I'm just kidding. That is not where I learned Spanish. But about 6 or 7 months ago, I decided that I was going to leave the United States for good and travel. And what did I do? I pretty much sold all the things that I can't use, or things that I just overconsumed in the past. Like I'm not gonna lie, I probably had $1,000+ just sitting around collecting dust, probably more than that. And like I said, I'm selling my couch. I can't take it with me. So I sold my bed today. I sold my desk today at the same time too. Honestly, the best part about it is my girlfriend will be with me the whole time, and throughout that, I'll still be able to have my job while I'm traveling. So if you're seeing this is your sign to just go do it, because you only get this time in your life once. You can't go back. Go get it now. I honestly wish that I could have did this stuff a lot sooner, but everything worked out the way.
I see so many people, they want to leave and they're like, oh man, I only got, this amount saved and I got to find me a remote job and this and that. You can figure this stuff out. You don't even need a remote job. You can go into business for yourself. You can make your own business. You can be an English tutor. You can do freelance work. If you're good with computers, you can do computer work. If you're good with editing, you can do editing. Anything like that, you can use a skill and you can make your own business. And you can find your own income. You put in your skills to work. Whatever you do in your job, if it's something that you can provide, just you doing it yourself, then it's not like you actually need a corporate job to put you in a place, to put you on the payroll so you can get money for it. You can go out and you can do it yourself, and you can offer those services on your own to other people, where people don't have to go to corporations to do this. They might not even know your company exists, but they will know you exist if you market yourself correctly.
This is freedom. I made up my mind. I'm about to go exercise that. So I'm about to get on out this country and I'm about to go see the world. Cause on my deathbed when I'm dying, the last thing I'm gonna say is, I wish I had worked more. Nah, I'm gonna remember all the places I done been. Straight up. So I'm about to go back to Asia. I'm about to go see that. Last year I went to Tokyo and I went to Bangkok on the same ticket, and that only cost me about $26. Traveling tickets is crazy once you know them. The next year, I think the motherland is calling my name. Straight up. I mean, they got their own internet, that's insane. And They're offering dual citizenships for a lot of citizens to come back home that was once there before. So imagine having 2 of these bad boys. That's power. Oh yeah, it's that time. Escape the pressure.